Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdel. I am from the College of Graduate Studies, and today is the first day of tackling the automatic softwares for referencing, organization, and annotations and importing. So today we'll start with Zotero, and next week we'll go with Mendeley. As I mentioned before, we used to give both workshops together, Mendeley and Zotero, but we decided to separate them so we can give more focus on each software. Uh, I'm not sure if you have used Zotero before, but this is its main page. This is, as you can see, it's a free software to help you collect, organize, and annotate, cite, and shape your research. This is the main page that we should see and start to build. As you can see, after I downloaded, my page is literally empty. However, after we add the references of different types, it should be looking like this. And you can do all sorts of things. So you can collect references, organize them, and then obviously use them to cite in Microsoft Word or any other writing tools. And most importantly, you can always be in synchronization where you can open from multiple sources. And also, interestingly, you can send these references to your friends. So if you don't have the software and you are planning to follow up, please just use this link. I have sent it to you. It's zotero.org. So I'm going to send it to you again in the chat box, just in case you want to download it. As you can see, I'm using Mac. So once you just click on download, you will see both Mac and Windows. So if you don't like, for me, it's Mac, but you can just go here and download the Windows version. Installing it should be easy. You'll just like click next, 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 and it will be fine. For people who are using Mac, I'm assuming you know how to download the software. You will just download the Zotero and it will be in your downloads and you'll put it in the application. You'll just drag it in the application and it will be downloaded. This is for the software. I am just okay. So are you guys following along until now? Okay. What is this Zotero connector? As I mentioned, this Zotero is used to capture references. So one of the ways of capturing references here is having the connector, which allows you to download references from the web. So to be able to do that, you also need to download the connector. So to be able to follow along, it's highly recommended to download both the software itself for your own version, whether it's Mac or Windows, and also download the connector. I'm using a browser called Orc, which is for Mac, but it's also working very fine with Google Chrome. I have it downloaded here. So this is the connector. It should show something like this up top. Okay. So these are the things you need to download. Very interestingly, they also created the applications for the mobiles, both Apple and Android. So if you want to also have it on the go, you can download the application. So this is the download part. It should be straightforward. I can give you a few minutes to download it if you want to follow up, so that I'm not going at a very fast pace. Anyone using Mac here so I can help? Take your time, take your time. So we'll go to zotero.org. This should be the main page here. And you can click download here or at the bottom. It should be quite easy. Please download the latest version because obviously it will be having most updates. If you're downloading Mac, again, I'm saying please just drag it from the applications. I'm not sure if I can show you. Yeah, it will be on your downloads and you can just drag it in your applications. The DMG file. Once we download it, it should look something like this. So this is the main interface. For me, I'm using the dark version, so it looks like this. But if you want me to just change it to uh, the white one, it's fine, the light version. I think this is it. So now you can see it. It's like the one on the website. Okay, so should we move along? Anyone successfully downloaded it? Anyone has it already downloaded? Okay, perfect. I think everyone is saying fine. So this is the interface. Let's just have a quick walk through it. So on the left here, you have many tabs that allows you to organize your references. So the main tab here is My Library, but under it there are some other tabs like My Publications, which you can add your own publications to. Duplicate items, which will allow you to see any items that are duplicate, the unfiled items that we will look also at in few minutes, and the bin, which is wherever you delete any papers. At the bottom left here, you have the tags. These are just a place which helps you to filter out your papers. And in the middle here, we have the main chunk of the interface where we can add the articles. So as we add articles here, as you can see, it will be somewhere in the middle. And in the left here will be the extra information for the journals. I hope you also downloaded the connector successfully. Okay, so there are many ways to import. Like if we want to separate this workshop into two parts, it will be importing and organizing here on Zotero, and then adding it later to the Microsoft Word. So we are still in importing or like adding the papers or the different references here in Zotero. So there are many ways. The first one is actually manual way. So if we just click here on the top, you can see all sort of different options. For example, books or maybe chapters in a book, journal articles. These are the most common types of references that you can have. So if I click on journal articles, you can add the title. So you can write, this is the title of the paper. You can also add the author, all sort of information, because as you know, for each different type of reference, you require different types of information. So obviously for a journal article, you will need to have the volume, the issue, the page range. If it is a book, you probably will need the ISN. If it is an online reference, you will need the URL and maybe the access dates. For this way, I'm not gonna add any reference because it's actually highly not recommended to manually enter the reference. The whole point of this workshop is to actually automatically enter the references to avoid any mistakes. So I'm not going to add, I'm just showing you that it is possible. So just to delete what I just added, you can right click and go to move items to bin. So in this case, it will tell you, are you sure you want to delete? You can click OK. So now we're back to start. The second way is actually having the references downloaded. So for example, if I have any maybe paper downloaded here, okay. So most of us will have some PDFs downloaded from maybe articles or books. So for example, I have this PDF. I already downloaded some for time's sake, but let's try this quickly. So this is the PDF, it's open access. I can easily read it, right? So you can just download it from the top right here. It will directly go to your downloads, right? Okay, so now we downloaded the PDF successfully. So in the third one here, you can just click on add files or add files to link. Both will take you to the right place. And then you will see that what I just downloaded, right? So once I click on it, it will just take a few minutes. And that's it. So as you can see, the paper has been downloaded since it's already added as a PDF. So the PDF also is added as an attachment. And on the right here, all the information that I need, it has been automatically added for me. So it identified the item type, the title, the author names, because there are many authors, the journal, the volume, issue, page range, etc. And also the DOI. So it has actually added all the reference, the information that I need with just one click. So this is one option. So the first option is to manually add it. The second option is to download the PDF and add it. This applies also to books. And let's just try also a book chapter or something. I have a chapter here. I just need a downloadable book. I don't think this is downloadable. Everyone following until now? Okay, maybe you can just. Okay, that's great. Okay, I'm trying to find the downloadable book. I think this is accessible. Let's try from here. Anyways, there are other ways, but I'm just trying to use the first one. This is obviously a book chapter, so we can download it. And then we can just go to Zotero the same way. You can just click Add Files, and you'll find it here. It will just take some time. I'm just trying to download things that are relevant to me, but obviously it applies to any type of references. So as you can see, it has identified this as a book. That's the beauty of the software. So the first one was a journal article. The second one was a book. It shows the authors, the edition, which is a very important information in the book, the publisher. So this is also so for books we usually look at the publishers. For journals, for articles we usually look at journals. It has also identified the ISBN, which is an important uh, information for books compared to the DOI, which are important for the chapter. So in the recent update for Zotero, it also allows you to have like a screenshot on what you have just downloaded. So this is also good. So you can maybe navigate quickly. This is maybe a little bit zoomed in, but maybe you can just, it's like a skim through the article that you have downloaded. So we'll dive more into these options here later, but we are just trying to know the different ways of adding different types of references in the software so we can build up our library so it can look something like this, okay? So the third way is actually using the identifiers, and identifiers can be of different types, the ISBNs, the DOIs, the PubMed IDs, the ARXIVs, and many things. This is for the preprints, this is for the PubMed, this is for the normal DOIs, and obviously this is for the books. So by just copying and pasting any identifier, it should directly download to the Zotero. So let's try something also out. Is everyone following until? So PubMed. Okay. So there is the PubMed ID and there is the DOI. Let's try both, see which one will work. So I just copied the DOI. So as you can see, I just downloaded an article using the DOI. I think it's this one. It's asking me if I'm a robot. That's weird. Okay. So it has downloaded the article, and again, it filled all the information perfectly. So it depends. If you notice here, the first two articles has this attachment to it, which means that they are like open access, and I have the PDF already downloaded, and we will see later on that if we double click on the PDF, it will actually open in the software and we can do all sort of things. That's why it will show up here on a tab. However, this one seems like it's not open access, so it just grabbed it as a URL and it added the access date, which is something we should be able to deal with, because if we just grab an information from the outside, maybe from the abstract or so, that would be more than enough to references. But the software cannot open the articles that are not open access. There are some other tools to do so, but you probably should know it. Okay, let's try the PMID. Okay. Okay, so I just also tried the PMID and grabbed it. I don't know why this appears here. Let's just see what it wants. Okay. Anyway, so as you can see, we were able to download it using the PMID and also the DUI. So since both of them are the same, if we go to duplicate items, you can actually see them as duplicated. And this happens because maybe we read a specific reference today and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, we come again across it. So you can either delete one of them or maybe merge those two items. The software has identified them as two different versions. So you can just merge them and it will be deleted. So this is the third way. So just to recap, we have the manual way, which I don't recommend using. We have the DOI or the ISPN or the PMIDs. And we have the downloading it from the uh, from the PDFs. This is just for the notes, not to download. So these are the different ways. Everyone following until now? So just for the sake of organization, I had, let me go to the desktop. So I had like 50 articles downloaded here, something like that. So just with one click, as you can see, everything is just beautifully being added very quickly. So that's also something quite useful and practical. So just FYI for the attendance, please note that it will be taken at the end. So if your name is like a Zoom user or something like that, please make sure to rename it, because we will take the automatic Zoom attendance. So if you are a Zoom user, we will not be able to identify who are you. So please, I allowed you to rename yourself in the Zoom. So you can just maybe write your name and your ID. Please rename yourself. Don't write it in the chat because we will just take the Zoom attendance. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's still loading. I think because I added like 50 references. Let it just add. Did everyone download the software or is anyone facing trouble? I'm just trying to download some articles quickly. These are the easy ways and okay. I thought it would be much faster. So if you have also successfully downloaded the connector, it's a very important way to download the articles on the go. So the connector is just think of it as a magnet. Once you are reading any article, it can just grab it on the go. So for me in the Arc here, browser, it will appear here on the top, as you can see. But also if you are using Google Chrome, which is a more like Commons browser, you can see it on the top here. So it's like an extension that you can just click. And once you click, it will grab the article and it will directly save it to your library. So that's the beauty of of the magnet, we can just try it on other. Okay, so this is another one. Even if it is not, I'm not sure if this is open access. It is. So a small tip here, if you grab the reference from here, it might just take it as a snapshot or maybe as an online reference. But if it is already a free access and you can just click on the PDF, it will open here as a full PDF, which you can download it later using the connector. So the connector will appear in both tabs, but I recommend maybe to download it from inside so that it can read it as a full article. It will be able to grab the information, because usually these are the information that we grab. This is the journal name, the date, the volume, the issue, the page range, right? This is the title. These are the authors. So these are the information that we okay, I'm seeing a lot of people writing their names. I'm sorry, but we will not take the attendance from the chat. I have been told that we should take it from the Zoom itself. So if your name is written correctly in the Zoom as like an attendee, it will already be taken. Just make sure to attend till the end, because the Zoom already counts the minutes automatically. So we'll not be taking it from the chat box. Thank you. Okay, so right now I have downloaded the using the connector, so as you can see, the one that I downloaded using the connector is here, and the ones that I just added from my laptop appeared here. So these are the authors of the papers. These are the titles, and these are the information. So let's just play around with this title, because usually if you're dealing with one library, it might be a little bit confusing. So what if we want to create folders or subfolders? So if we just right click here, you can see that there is a new collection, right? So let's name it as maybe review one. Let's say that you are working on maybe two different review papers, something that you will need this for review, right? So these are two different reviews. As you can see, they don't have any references now. And maybe we can create a subfolder, right? So maybe the review will have topic one and maybe topic two. So, right. I'm just creating random titles. You can obviously name it as you want. Okay, topic two. So now we can just easily take this whole library and organize it. So let's say that these references come under the review one, maybe under the topic two. So I can just quickly move them there. So if I just go here, you'll see that these are the references that I just moved there easily. Obviously, when I click on my library again, it will show everything, right? But this is just a way to focus. So you can just go to the review one. You have the topic one and topic two. You can easily move anything. Just select it. I think you can select using the shift icon. Like you can just click here on this reference and maybe go here and just hold the shift key and just select everything, and then you can right click and move them to maybe your topic one. So now you have some in topic one, some in topic two, and obviously all the information that you have will still be here, the navigation of the PDFs. So this is very important, by the way, because you can just remember something about the PDF by just looking at some of the figures without even diving in. Okay. So this is the way to, I'm just reading the comments. Can you send the recorded? Yes, we will send the recorded version. Don't worry. I'm just still seeing people writing their names in the chat box. So I think you misunderstood me. So for example, if your name on the Zoom appears as a number or as your name, that's fine. But as a Zoom user, we will not be able to identify you. So you can just click on your name and rename it. Don't type it in the chat box. Okay, so any questions until now in what we explained, or should we just move along? I'm just trying to go at a slower pace so everyone can follow. I think it's quite easy until now. We will also give more time to uh, to ask your questions. Okay, so now let's use the tools that are already there. For example, if we go down here, right, you can see something called tags and related. So these are two very important tools that I suggest you to use because, for example, if this is related to drug design, as you can see here, no tags has been displayed, but if I write drug design, right, so it will appear here. So let's say that this one is related to drug design and maybe also this one is related to drug design. It will automatically show me here, right? And maybe this one is related to drug design. Okay, so now we can, if we go to the library, we can view everything. But if we click on drug design as a tab, because you can click on it, it's clickable. So it will show only the papers that are related to drug design. Obviously, you can also maybe go to one of them and add maybe AI, for example, right? So this paper has some AI into it. And also this one maybe can have AI into it, right? So now we have drug design and AI. If I click on drug design, it will only show me the papers that are drug design. If I click into both, it will show me the only paper that has both tags. And if I remove drug design, it will show me the two papers that has AI only. So this is a very nice tool to filter your papers because maybe if you have a library that is not divided as per topics, it will just help you to follow along. So this is one of the things. The other thing is related. So what is related? Let's say that maybe this paper by Zong et al. Is related to maybe another paper here. So you can just select it and it will remind you that maybe these two or three papers are related together. So you can just easily go to it and navigate. So it just links papers together, sorry. So this will also be a very interesting way to follow along. So one of the other important things, as I showed you, this small PDF icon will means that you can actually uh, view the PDF inside the document. So you can do all sorts of things, right? So you can zoom in, zoom out, all that, and you can fill in the screen. But these ones are very important because it allows you to highlight, right? So it allows you to add notes. Maybe I'll write pharma. But this is maybe a scientific term, so I just want to remember it. You can also add tags here, which you can later search. So if you remember, we just added two tags here. So if we click drug design, it will just be added to it. And then you can later on here search the tags. So maybe the tags are just keywords to remember the important things that you want to remember maybe on this page, right? You can also draw around. So this will be important if you're using an iPad. As I showed you here, it's now available on iOS and also in Android. So you can always use the iPad to annotate and draw things on your paper. So this is very, very useful. So these are the main things that we wanted to discuss on how to download uh, like different articles, different papers, different books, and also how to subdivide them on maybe different reviews that you want to read or maybe different projects that you are working on, how to add the tags, right? And also how to use this information in your favor. If you can see here, some information, like not some, like all of the information are editable, and we'll see later on the second part of this workshop how to use them. But let's just see if you have any question. How to attach the PDFs. Okay, so one of the ways is downloading the PDF, uh, downloading the PDF from the like source itself. So for example, this is the source. In most of the sources, you will have the PDF here. So once you click on it, you can download it from the top right. Okay. And then you go to Zotero and just on the third icon here, you can just add links to file, and you can just find all the downloads here or from here, and you can just click on it and it will appear in the doc. So I know until now we haven't talked about referencing styles and how to add in Microsoft Word, which is mainly the most important part for you, but I'm just trying to build on step by step. Okay, how to sync. Okay, this was actually one of the points that we are going to discuss, but since you asked, we can actually try syncing. So basically, if you have an Zotero account, your library will be synced because whatever I'm downloading now is only on my laptop. But what if something happens to my laptop? I want to have a cloud to sync in, right? So if I click on Zotero here, settings, if you're using Windows, maybe you can go to File and then Settings, I think. And you will find something like this, right? So as you can see, this is my username. I have my account already downloaded, which means that that I can just view. So if I go here, this is my profile, right? So if you don't have an account, probably this will be a login for you. So you can just click login and create your user. I just don't want to log out and log in again, but probably it will be a login. So you can just create your user account, right? And your name will appear here. So if you go to web library, everything that we have just worked on appears on the internet. So this is the browser. It's not my PC or laptop. So literally your references are with you on the go. It also created some tags that we did not create because it has like, not AI, but it's like uh, automatic tag creator. So that should also be there with the dates and everything. And it can show you all the information. So it automatically sync. Maybe some of you can create an account quickly and tell us if it works fine. If you want, I can log out and log in again. It's fine, but it's just creating a new user using your university ID. You just type the ID and a password and it works. It's very simple. And if we double click, the PDF will show. I have tried it before, so the PDF will show, as you can see here. So the PDF is showing fine. I'm just using the dark mode, so it looks a little bit weird, but it shows fine, and you can annotate and you can draw and everything. So did I answer your question? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Someone raised her hand. Miss Isra, do you want to ask a question? I will unmute you just a second before we jump into the Microsoft Word.
Hello, good morning. So I used to use Zotero like last year, and one of the problems that I was facing is that, for example, an article is refusing to download. Like I can't download it, and this way, like there's a problem. Like I can't have it in my library, and this makes me have a problem with the references, even like in text citation or in the references at the end. So how can we like overcome this problem?
Is it a specific article or all the articles?
No, I mean like some of the articles, like I can't download them, like they're not downloadable, and I can't have them in my library in Zotero.
Okay, like if you cannot download them, as we said, like probably if it is an article, it will have a DOI, so you can try the DOI out, or maybe if it like DOI here or the PMID. If you have the link of the article, we can try it together. But what the most way I would recommend is the connector. So as you can see here, if I just pose my mouse, you will have the connector. If I click on it, it will directly take me to the Zotero and it will add it. So if you have a specific article that is refusing to download, we can help you. But
Mhm.
these are ways, yani it's DOI or PMID or just uh, I'm not sure if this is a full article, but you can open the PDF itself and you can just download it as we showed.
And sometimes, like when you use the extension, okay, it's downloaded as a URL, so it's not a PDF. So also, like there's gonna be a problem with references as well.
And no, we will see now when we go to the to the Word, it's fine. It will be imported. Like the most important thing here is to import like we will see in the Word. I don't want to jump so I don't confuse you, but it should be fine. Even if it is not an open access and maybe you just want to include it in your references, it should be fine. So I
Mhm.
wait a few minutes.
Yeah, so the thing is like all articles like can be like there's a way to download them.
Yes, most of the articles are downloaded. Obviously, if they are not open access, you will need to maybe pay for it. And but without paying or without accessing the paper, you can add it in Zotero. That's fine.
Thank
I have
you.
a specific article I can show you, so we will illustrate on it.
Like I don't have it right now, but maybe if I found any, I would like send it over to you.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, is anyone facing an issue with the connector because it's very important? As Miss Isra asked, if you have a problem with downloading, you can always use the connector or okay, what is the difference between Mendeley and Zotero? They are different softwares, both doing the same thing. So we will talk about Mendeley in the next week, which by the way does almost everything related to referencing like Zotero, but they are just different softwares. So let's jump into Microsoft Word. Everyone ready to go to Microsoft Word, or you just have any doubts? Okay, I am. Can you see Microsoft Word? Okay, so if you download Zotero, you should get a tab here for in Microsoft Word automatically, having all the Zotero tools that we will use now. And if you don't, I think there is an option here from the advanced settings. So just the advanced settings. So I think it was here. It allows you to just refresh and make sure it is added in your words. Reset. Just let me find it. Okay. Can't seem to find it now, but it should be there. Oh yeah, this one. So word processor, it links to the Microsoft Word automatically. You can just reinstall the Microsoft. It's an add-on, right? So if you don't find it, you can just click on it and you can add. So by the way, these are the styles that we are using in Microsoft Word that we would see now. So if you want to add a specific style that is not there, also this is the place to add it. You can get additional styles from Zotero itself. Like you don't have to create your own style. I think I can see my screen. So this repository is like having a lot of different references, as you can see, like I think thousands of references. So you can just see the type of reference and you can just click on it and it will take you to the reference itself. right? But obviously, the most ones that we will use are the APA style, 7th edition. Also the American Medical Association. There is also the Chicago. There is also the IEEE for engineering and IT, and also Vancouver is sometimes used by our students. I'm talking about our university, and but obviously, if this applies to you, if you're writing a paper or something, maybe you will need it for nature or any specific tool. Okay, so let's jump into Word. Okay, so let's say that this is a new paragraph, right? And I want to add a reference from the references that I just created. So you will probably be here at home. So you just navigate to Zotero and you will see a lot of options. So the first thing is add or edit citation. Once I click on it, it will take me to the references that I just added. We just added the references here. Most of them will be automatic, but if you added a specific reference, it will also appear on the top. So let's say that I want to use the American Psychological Association, the APA. Obviously, if you're using Arabic, you can also change the language. It will follow the same tools. So once I click on this, I hope you can see my screen because this is very important. There are a lot of small windows that are appearing. So there are two options. You can either do it by quick search, right? If you remember the author name, you can just maybe write his name and it will appear here, or you can just classic view. And the classic view will literally take you to a small window that looks like Zotero, right? So this is very important because it will show you all the references that we just downloaded. So we can maybe take one. Okay, and once I click on it, it will just appear here. And to make sure that it's successfully added, like see when we click on it, it's like a grayed out. So this informs us that it's automatic. And I will tell you how to remove the automatic later because it's very important to remove it at the end. So this is one way to add. What if it is more than one reference? We can just delete it, go to citation, advanced view or classic view, and we can just select, like see, I just selected these four. Okay, sorry. Let's try it out again. Okay, just want to add one more. Okay, none of the letters are showing. Drug design. Okay, so I think these are enough. So as you can see, it has been added here, multiple authors. So one of the properties of the APA style is the semicolon. So we are making sure that we are separating each reference. So this is the first one here. This is the second one, third one, fourth one, etc. So although this software does this for you automatically, it's preferable to just have a brief idea on the reference tool that you are using. So for example, APA style. This is the official documentation, as you can see. So if you are using the APA style, it's better to just have a brief idea, not to in details. But for example, these are the references example. Like this is how it should look like uh, in the bibliography or the list of references. So it shows you everything like retracted journal articles, article with missing information, because not all the articles will have the perfect information, right? So this is how it should look like. For example, it shows you the author last name, then followed by the initial. So this is the first author, second author, third author until the year. And then this is the title of the paper, right? This is the title of the paper until here. And then in italic, it shows you the journal article, the title of the journal. And it shows you that each letter is capitalized. So these are the properties of the APA style. Then it shows you the volume in italic, the issue, followed by the page range and the DOI. So why am I explaining this? Although it will literally be added automatically for you in the software, because you should understand it, because some students are using different referencing styles that they are not aware of it. So as you know, the references will be added inside the text as we are adding it here, and also in the bibliography. So this is the way it should look like in the bibliography as I showed you. So it will have the last name followed by et al. Et al means that multiple authors, and then the year, and then separated by a semicolon, and so on. So what if we want to add this into our reference page as we just viewed? We can just navigate to a new page here, right? Let's name it as reference. And then with just one click, if you go to add or edit bibliography, it will show all the referencing style to you, right? So we can just decrease this a little bit and maybe change the font. So this, how it will look. Maybe I can just add a small space between each reference. So these are the 4 authors that we just added here, or the 4 different papers. And as you can see, it will take the exact same style that I just showed you. It will have the last name first, then the initial, last name, and so on, followed by the title of the paper. Sorry, followed by the year, then the title of the paper, title of the journal in italic, volume, and then it added the article ID. So it did not add an issue, for example. Probably this article does not have an issue. That's okay for us as CGS, like for you as a graduate student and for us as a CGS. As long as you have the referencing style automatic, it's fine, because for some articles, it will catch all the information, for others it won't. But also if, for example, if you want to like perfect it, and maybe if you go to this article, you will find an issue. So that's fine, because you can go to Zotero. And what was the author name here? Al-Muqadi. So maybe you can, I think you can. So if you just click on it, it will arrange it on alphabetical order. So if you go to Al-Muqadi, as you can see, the issue is missing, right? So I can just add issue 1. For example, I'm just saying an example, right? So if we refresh, it should, as you can see, I just refreshed. Obviously, when you refresh, it will mess up the formatting that you did. I just formatted it a little bit so you can follow it easier. As you can see, the issue I just added has been updated here. So that's the beauty of the software. You can add all types of information that you want, right? Let's just also, since we are talking about APA style, let's talk about adding a reference in the beginning of the paragraph. So what if I want to start a paragraph with the reference? Because the way that it's written will be a little bit different. So I can just go here, choose maybe any reference. Okay, these are already cited. Let's try the classic view. Okay, let's choose this one. So, for example, found out that so and so are used in so and so. Okay, so this is the paragraph, right? So these people found out that something happened. So this is not the way to write it, even though we added it automatically. We just need to make few edits. So the first one will just be removing the parentheses, and then just removing the comma, and then just closing the parentheses before the year. So this how it will look like if you are starting the paragraph with the reference compared to these ones. So why did I show you the style here? Because this is one of the reasons, to be aware on how to like which referencing style you are using will be very important, because as you can see, the narrative citation is different than the other citations at the end, because this is only specific for the APA style, obviously, but just being aware of the referencing style you are using will be very helpful. So what if you're not using the APA style at all, right? Like how to change the style? Is it easy or difficult? Thankfully, with softwares like this, it's just easy to change. So we have just added few referencing here. What we can do is go to Zotero, and then you can just go to document preferencing. So this is for adding new reference. This is for adding the bibliography, which is here. And this is for editing the style. So if we go to the style, you can just change. So IEEE, for example, is a style that doesn't have names. It's all numbers. So we can just try out how it will look. So as you can see, with just one click, all the names have disappeared. And also, since we have manually edited this before, it did not work out fine. But you can get the idea. Like these ones are working fine. And usually in the IEEE, the author names will not be written. But again, if you want to add a citation for this, for example, it will be something like this, right? It has shown 4 because I think I have added the same reference here. Let's just try something else. I think we have not added this before. So yeah, this is a new reference. Some people in IEEE write the name and then the number. I have seen it in some few theses, but this is the way it should be written, and this is the way you can change the style. Obviously, again, the style here will be different. If we go to the official documentation of the IEEE, like this one, we'll find that it's based on numbers. The APA style usually is arranged in alphabetical order. However, here the references are arranged as per the number. So whatever comes first will be referenced first. And obviously, we have the initial before the last name. So in the APA style, if you remember, we had the last name, then the initial. As you can see, they also write et al. Here, right? Which is something that is not usually seen in the APA style. Then the title of the paper is written between like small commas here. As you can see, this is the part that we are viewing. I'm just trying to explain because it's very important as graduate student to understand the components of the references, not just throw it out, because if there is any problem with the reference, you can easily edit it out. And also the name of the journal is written in short form. So I think this is Frontiers in Chemistry. It's just written in short form. The volume is written as VOL. The issue is written as no, which is number. And then the page range is written as like a P before the number or the article number. And we also add the month here, followed by the DOI. Obviously, these are for the journals, but if it is for the books, I don't think we have books here. Let's just maybe add one book so we can see how differently it looks. I hope this part is easy to follow by everyone. We will also recap quickly, just in case. So let's just add this is, please confirm because I cannot see any interactions in the chat. This is a book reference. Just need to find the book here. I think this one, the GABA receptor, is a book, right? This is a book. Yes. So Anna and Muhaller. Okay, this is our book, right? So it has been added as a number 6 because we already have the APA. Sorry, the IEEE. If we want to go back to the APA or maybe any different style, will be easy to follow. So as you can see, our references has been updated easily. It's very important to see that also small details in the references like the symbol of and has been added automatically because unfortunately, when we get thesis from the student, a lot of students write it like this because maybe they have used an older version. So we will ask them to use this symbol. I'm stressing on the details or the components of the references because this is what we review in College of Graduate Studies. So again, as you can see, the references has been updated automatically. It's arranged alphabetical order. So our book has come like in the middle. So again, it has the title of the book, the edition, and the publisher. I have told you earlier in the beginning of the workshop that the book will have some other information that is required. Obviously, this is not perfect. Like this is some details, but some people also will add the page range if there's a chapter in a book. I'm not sure if I have a chapter here. I think I have. Let's look at a chapter in a book. just to show you how it will look like. Okay. I hope this is a book chapter. This is a review. If anyone has a chapter in a book, you can send me the link. We can add it quickly, just to give you more time to ask your questions. Okay. I think this is a chapter in a book. So let's try downloading it using our connector. Can see how easy it is. So I just got the link here. I'm not sure if it will read it as a chapter in a book. No, it's only reading it as a book format. Trying to find another reference. I think this one is, no, it's a journal. Anyone has a chapter in a book ready? Okay. Can't seem to find the chapter in a book now, but you get the idea. I think this one is, thankfully. So let's see if it will read it. Yes, so the information has been added here. So for example, some extra information like the editor has been added. But again, the pages has not been added. So let's add the pages ourselves. Maybe from page 100, 150. So this is by Walnut. So if you go back here, so you get the idea now. I think it's much easier. Yes, so this is a chapter in a book. So as you can see, again, we have the last names, the initials, the year, then the title. But as you can see, it's a chapter in a book. So this is the title of the chapter. And then in means it's a chapter in a book, right? Edited by this guy, right? So we wrote the name of the editor. Then we just added the page range manually. In some other cases, it will be written for you in the Zotero, but if not, you can just add it. This is the beauty of having a way to edit these sections. And then you have the press, which is very important. And again, sometimes they also add the DOI. Like the DOI will be consistently added if you have it throughout. And if we change the referencing style, maybe you can change it to Vancouver this time, not IEEE. You can see that the way it has been written is a little bit different, but it has all the components that we have been looking for. And it's interesting to see that, for example, there are no spaces between the initials. And again, the last name has been written before the initial, and it's arranged actually per number, not alphabetically. So it's kind of each referencing style will have its own components. I'm assuming that most of you will use APA style and IEEE. That's why these are the two referencing that I have talked about. What I usually recommend is also to just give it a quick look, just in case maybe you have some information that you don't want, or some information that maybe you think could be improved. So I always highly recommend, even if we are using an automatic software, just to give it a quick look. So as you can see, when I link it out like this, all the gray areas will mean that we are having an automatic citation tool used. Let's just maybe go to, we can go back to the APA style. Okay. Let's take some questions. Do you have any specific questions or anything that you need to look at? Okay, someone is asking about Arabic references. Okay, I'm not sure if I have any Arabic references here ready to show, but I have seen people using it fine. I'm not sure if it was Zotero or not. But anyways, at the end I'll write my ID so you can just email me so that we don't get off track because this is related to the English references. But it should be fine. Yeah, if you have all the, if you can send me an email and we can maybe schedule a call and we can try to help you to figure it out. Okay, so one of the important things that you need to take care of is actually unlinking the references because like this is a way to edit the references, right? But then if you want to send it to someone else, it's very important to just click on unlink citations so that we can remove the automation of these references so it does not change throughout from like a document to a document. So just make sure that when you click on link citations is the last thing that you do because it will not allow you to edit again. So this is just a very important thing to do it at the okay. It's good that I noticed this one. So here it shows R Hamri, right? Although we already know that in the APA style we should start with the last name followed by the initial. So this is actually a very good example of what I was telling you. Like despite using an automatic citation tool, it might actually show some issues. So let's just try to solve this issue. Let's see why it's showing this before like the initial before the last name. So I think it's already written here, the initial before the last name. So maybe this is a part of the first name. So maybe we can just or Hamri, we can go and check it out. So if it is part of the first name, that's fine. It's not an issue. But if it is, maybe we can just click it on. Okay. So actually, this is one of the duplicate items, right? Yes. So you can just remove them. Okay, let's see what's wrong with this. Okay, so I think it's a part, but let's just go to the PDF. Okay, there is no PDF here. Okay, I think it's a part of the last name because R Hamri John, so it's a part of the first name, so that should be fine. However, if you want to only make it Hamri, you can easily, as we said, you can easily go to Zotero and just remove the. You can edit the name, right? You can just remove this part. It will be like this, Hamri John. Should be fine. I don't know where did it go here, but it should update. Yeah, as you can see, it has updated successfully. So if you just want to make it consistent with this, as long as it's a small edit change, a small change, that should be fine. Okay. So let's take some questions. Before taking questions, let me just tell you that you can also go to Google Docs and use Zotero. So this is a very interesting thing. It's basically the same thing. I'm not going to repeat, but it has this title. So you can actually reference. I'm just writing quickly. So you can actually add citations here. So it will take you, it's a bit slower, but it's good that it can link to, as you can see here. So the reference has been added, right? And I think you can add the bibliography also. Basically like Word, but if you are using Google Docs, you can just use the Google Docs to update your references. And as I told you, Zotero already will have like it will have your own library with all the changes that we have made and everything already here for you, just in case you want to have a synchronization. I hope no one is having an issue with downloading the software, downloading the linker, downloading the references inside the software, and also like updating it in Microsoft Word, because this is the core of everything that I just said. So let's read some questions. What happens if I remove a number in the middle? Will it adjust automatically? I don't understand. What do you mean a number in the middle? Oh, you mean, okay, do you mean like if we change this to IEEE, for example, so it's arranged like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just deleted this, will it adjust? Yes, I believe it will. Let's just try. So yeah, you just need to make sure that you click refresh and it will adjust, because we have deleted one, so it will just adjust accordingly. It's very important in the numbers, but in the reference list, it should be fine. I mean, with the APA style, with the names, it should be fine. Okay, Mr. Hani is asking about a mix between Arabic and English. If you have one Arabic reference, can you send it to me? We can try it out. It's okay. If someone is also having the same question, we can try it out together. It's fine. But I don't have any Arabic references, unfortunately. I'm just stopping. I'll stop the recording here because it's the time of questions now. So let's just stop the recording first. Okay. By the way, you can raise your hands and ask with the mic if you want. How can I ensure that my citations are complying with the standards? Okay. As we mentioned, يعني it depends on you and the journal you are submitting to, or maybe your supervisor. Mostly for the engineering student, maybe they will use the IEEE. So your supervisor will tell you, please use the IEEE style. And you can just make sure that you are using the correct style from the document preferences here. And that's it. Probably like 99%, you will be fine. Maybe even less, like 98 to 99%, it will be fine. And you don't have to even look at it, but we just recommend to have a quick look on the references and make sure everything is consistent. But how to make sure like 100% that you are complying with the standards? Uh, as I said, you just have to go to the website of the original referencing that you are using and just maybe look at it if you want. But you don't have to worry. Yani, sometimes you have 150 references. So yani, probably it will be difficult to check each and every one. And that's the point of using an automatic software. But just to check, if you want to like perfect it, you can make sure to go to the official documentation. Each website, each referencing style will have its official documentation. Someone is asking, when I add the references, the details of the journals are not appearing. Yes, because this style does not show any details. It only shows the details in the referencing section. So I'm not sure which style are you using. But if you are talking about here, if any detail is missing, you can add it here, because that's actually the point of manual addition. And go to any reference, sorry. If you have any detail that you want to change, you can change it here, like we changed the Hamri reference, and it will appear in the document. How to plug in Zotero in Word. So if you have a problem in having Zotero here, for me, it came automatically, but if you have a problem, as I said, you can go to Zotero settings. Here, make sure you go to settings. and it will show as this one. You go to site, so there are a few different settings here. This is the general settings. You can even change the light, the dark, everything. If you want to use the dark mode, this is just general settings, but go to site and then go to word processor. Just click on this one, reinstall Microsoft add-on, and it should appear. By the way, I think I forgot to mention that you can, this is called the library, right? So what if someone, maybe your collaborator or something, is asking you to give him like all the references on a specific topic, for example, for your supervisor or anyone. So you can just click and export item. You can export the whole thing as a bibtex, which is like a way to import all the references in another software. Like for example, next week in Mendeley, for example, if you want to take all these references and import it in Mendeley with just one click, you can export it from here and then import it there. And vice versa, you can also import libraries from Mendeley to Zotero with just one click. So if you want, you will go to File, Import, and you can just import the library that you want. So it depends on which software you are using, but it's very easy to just export and import. Someone is asking what is the common most referencing style? There is no common referencing style. Each journal or each like okay, someone is asking the screen share has stopped. I'm sorry. Let me just try again. I hope it did not stop from a long time. Okay, if you did not see the import and export, it's just going to a specific library and then just clicking on the library that you want to export, right click and export items. If you want to import from another software, you can just click file and it will import, right? So regarding the referencing style, it depends on which place you are like submitting to. Each place will have its own referencing style. For us as CGS, we accept any style as long as it's officially documented. Okay, someone sent me the Arabic. Let me try to download it and try it together. I'm sorry about the screen. I hope you can see it now. Okay, so I just downloaded the Arabic reference. So I'm assuming you are in College of Law, right? So let's just add it. Maybe here, right? So we have this add file. This one, I think. Okay, so it has been added, but okay, took some time to read. So it identified this as a journal type. It has the article, the author names, publication. So that should be fine, but I think it's reading it as a, let's see if it will read it as a URL. Okay. So let's assume that the style you want is Arabic, sorry, APA style. You want to see the author names, right? I'm just trying out this for the first time, to be honest, but hopefully it will work. So I think your question was a mix between Arabic and English, right? So maybe we can edit this citation. And so I edited one citation that had English, and I'm clicking on this. So it's showing the Arabic name with the year. So I think it's fine. It has been added as a, I think it's fine. But for the bibliography, I think you need to separate it. Uh, if you are using like an Arabic and English, I think you need to separate it. So you can just have the references, then English or Arabic. This is what I see in College of Law. Okay, I think it's working fine. I think it has the author name, the initial, the year, the journal name. I think it's perfect actually. So I hope some is saying refresh. It's fine. I think it's fine. Okay. So any more questions? Okay, someone is asking about the connect. I'm sorry, the screen was off. So just quickly, if you cannot see Zotero here in the connect, you can just go to Zotero and then just go to settings, either from file or from here on the top if you're using Mac. And then this screen will appear. So it has few different tools. So you go to site and just go to word processors and reinstall Microsoft Word. If it is installed, you will see reinstall, but if it's not installed, just click install Microsoft Words, Words add-on, because it's an add-on. So we have some hand raised. Mr. Saeed, I will unmute you so you can ask your question.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Abdurrahman. I have two questions. The first question is, once you have Zotero plugin in Word file, the existing references, the default one, does not have any relationship with it, right? It stays empty.
Yeah, I'm assuming so, unfortunately.
Okay, so if you share your document with someone else, the references will be there and they can still update them and manage them, or if they are freezed at this specific stage?
No, if you, like, for example, if you have already done all your references manually and then you added Zotero, so Zotero will not be able to read them unless you add them here. So your only like the only solution I would suggest is to have your references downloaded on your PC, like as here. So it's like a lot of references, and with just one click you can add them. Because if you are working on a document for like 6 months and it was manual and you want to automate them, so hopefully you have them downloaded here so you can add them to Zotero. But unfortunately, not be able to read.
So once you move to Zotero, you cannot use the direct bibliography which exists in the Word, because that will have a different.
Oh, you mean
what's the references there in the Word file? I mean the default
this one. You mean this one, right?
Yes. Go to references. Yes.
Actually, I
because
have,
here if you add
yeah,
if you add anything from this references or just inserted a specific page, whatever you have in this references will not come from Zotero and vice versa.
Okay, to be honest,
the other one, if you want to click on it, click on the bibliography if you want to try.
Yeah, but we don't have, we did not add any site. This one.
Okay. So click on the second one. Yes, if you want to add these references down, for example, this will not come from the Zotero. So if you need to use Zotero, you have to just restrict your resources there at that plugin.
Yeah, but I can look for that, like about that to maybe find a solution. I think maybe it's possible. Let me search for it, because actually I don't use these tools. I usually use Zotero and Mendeley, as you can see. But please send me. I'll write my email at the end. You can send me an email and I'll try to find an answer for you. Hopefully, if you have already an automatic tool, because it's very flexible to move from Mendeley to Zotero. So hopefully you can also move from Zotero to, like, from this to Zotero. So you don't have to redo it. Okay. I'll try to.
Okay, thank you. The second question is, when we use the web, I noticed that you can write some comments or annotations in the file itself if you have it attached to Zotero. So
Yes.
when you open a file and add your comments there on specific pages and then go back to the main reference manager, you don't see, when you click on the specific paper, you don't see your comments there. So if you can go to the
like if
Zotero itself, the web, if you have any file there. Yes.
Okay, so if we
Now
add
you
a
open
comment,
this file, for example.
okay.
Open any paper you have. Yeah, this one, for example. If you add any comments on the first page or some line, just.
Okay. So where do you want to see it? You mean outside?
Yes. When you select a page, there is something appears on the side, like in the tags and notes and comments. It doesn't reflect there.
Okay. I think you just need to save it. Let's just, okay, it's already saved. You mean on the outside, right?
Yeah, if you scroll down, there are some comments here on notes for you. This is a comment, okay, you save it. And you click on this specific, the same file.
Yeah,
Scroll down, just collapse the information section and scroll down. No, in the same, while selecting the same page. Yeah, scroll more down.
I think, yeah, I think this notes is the ones that you just yani, add a note here. It's not, I don't think it's related to this one. And I think this one is not sure, to be honest. Let me
Fair
just...
enough, that's okay. I'll just research it.
Okay. Because when we added the note here as an, I think add note from annotation. Let me try this. Yeah, I think you can
You can select any line if you have to rewrite it or just write some notes on it, and then it will save there. But
yeah, I think I found the solution. So if we added this note here, right? If you go back and right click on the paper and click add note from annotation, it will show you the annotation that we just added here. This is a comment, right? This is the one that we wrote. I hope you did you get my point? So
yeah, yes, click again on the, okay. So it appears here in the, which section you clicked on? Annotations?
Just right click and add note from annotation, because I think there are the software is reading it as two notes. So one is a general note that you want to add on the paper, and then one from annotation. So if you have multiple notes, maybe let's just add one here, note 2, and maybe another one here. So these will be inside, but if you want to read them here, so you can just click add note from annotation, and it will read them automatically.
Okay, fair enough. That's clear. Thank you. I'll just try it. And for the storage, we have only the free one, right? We don't have any subscription part of the university, which is like the limited to 300 MB.
Yeah, I think that should be enough, but unfortunately, you have to pay if you want to get more. Maybe Mendeley is better in terms of storage, so we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, because I moved my file from Mendeley, then it's almost like 270 something. And so then like 10 or 20 more files, then it'll be done.
Yes.
So I was thinking like if there is any subscription with the university directly.
As far as I know, unfortunately, not. But yeah, I'm just trying to find the subscription you need to pay. I think $20. I think so.
Yeah, there is subscription there.
It is here, upgrade storage.
Okay.
I think you need to pay.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. That's clear for me.
Thank you, Mr. Said. Any more questions? Okay, so before since we are about to finish, so I'll write my ID here in the chat box. You can email me if you have any further questions. A recording will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, UAEU_CGS. And if you are in a hurry, I can just send you the recording that comes from Zoom automatically, also by email. So please email me and I will reply to you. If you have a very specific question, like maybe Arabic English thesis, or maybe a problem with anything, we can also schedule a Zoom call and we can try to figure it out together. So I hope this experience is better than before. I'm not sure if you attended any of the previous workshops. We tried to dive deeper in Zotero, and then we'll give Mendeley its own time, just not to give both softwares together. Also, please always give us your recommendation. So if you are like having any extra suggestions, please let us know. So we'll take one last question. Can I ask a question from previous workshop? Okay, this is about thesis. If I'm writing thesis based, I think you need to paraphrase. Sorry, you cannot just copy and paste from your paper. I think you need to paraphrase. Or you need to get approval from the journal. I think you need to ask the journal regarding the Okay. Quickly, someone is asking about websites. Again, that's easy. Let's see that we have World Health Organization, COVID-19. So this is a website that we can get from, right? So this is easy. Maybe you can get a situation report, right? Let's say you want to take an information from here. So just use the connector and it will save to your library. It's just very important to review the information when it's automatic, a website, because sometimes they don't write the author, as you can see here. And this is normal because the website, like if it is not a specific reporter that reported the news, you can just write WHO and also the date, let's say 2020, for example. So these two information that you can add. And then if you go here, it should be fine. So this is the way to add the websites. See, it showed here WHO, but if you did not do that, it will be like coronavirus, blah, 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 blah. It will be very long. So we highly recommend to edit the references accordingly, as we said, and it will appear here as the references. We usually also require the students to write the access date. So as I said, it's better to just write all the information that you want here, right? I think the access date has been, okay, it has been added here, but I'm not sure why Zotero is not showing it. Let's try again. Okay, for this referencing, it's not showing it. So just in case, you can just write it access date and just maybe 6th of September 2025. So you can hope, it should work. I'm not sure why it's not working for this specific reference, but this is the main components of the automatic websites. You need to have the link and the access dates. So again, I think I wrote the ID. Please email me if you have any specific questions. And next week, at the same time, we will have a workshop for Mendeley. It's mostly the same thing, but different software. So I highly recommend that you attend to get also a variety of knowledge and maybe to choose the software that you prefer to have. Okay, so any other questions before we leave? I hope you benefited from this. And please, I'll give you 1 minute to rename yourself. I'm looking at the list. I can see all your names, no Zoom users, nothing. So you will probably be seen as attendance. Don't worry. I'll just give you 1 minute if you want to rename yourself. Maybe write your name and ID in the Zoom itself, not in the chat. Because as you know, if you attend 5 workshops, you will be counted as you will be given a certificate. So just before we leave, you can rename yourself. If not, I think everyone has written their name correctly. So yeah, I wish you have a nice weekend, and we'll hope to see you next week, inshallah. Please email me if you have any future questions. Thank you and have a good day.